Hey guys, I am Avinash here and welcome to Onlive server. Guys, before coming to our video of the day, I would like to introduce you to our website onliveserver.com. See, this is the outlay of our website where you can see that we deal in various dedicated server. We have a various VPS plans. We also have various hosting plans. And we also have various managed services. Like in cloud management, you have Amazon Web Services. See, when you will click on this option, then you will find that we have basically three type of support system for AWS cloud with the following monthly charges, and what the facilities we are providing has been mentioned here. If you have any queries regarding to these service, or if you want to opt for these support system, then you can just click on this chat box, you can enter your details and you can start the chat. Or if you want to buy it straight away, you can just click on this option and you can buy our plans. Okay, so let us move to the topic of our day, that is placement groups. Now see, this here you can see it is an outlay of a basic EC2 dashboard. Now today we will be learning about one of the very latest features of Amazon, that is placement groups. Now before moving further, I would like to explain you about the three types of placement group which AWS has defined. Okay, so see here, EC2 placement groups. Okay, now see, here you can see we have a three type of group, placement that is cluster placement group, partition placement group and spread partition group. See, in cluster placement group, what the AWS says is that if you keep your instances in these groups, then the data transfer within instances in this group will take place at a very fast rate of up to 10 Gbps. Okay, and Amazon will place your instances very close to each other in this case. See, what is the advantage of this group is that it will lower your latency issues, and it will increase the bandwidth speed. And also because of this feature, the instances cannot be spanned across the availability zones and are placed in the same zone, because this is the reason that they achieve such a high speed. And this is also the reason that Amazon places all your instances at the same place. Now partition placement group. See, in partition placement group, instances in this group can span across availability zones with maximum 7 partitions per zones. Now what is this? See, you have, as you know, that Amazon has 56 availability zones. So if you are placing your instance in this zone, then you can create a maximum of 7 partitions per zone. Like this I will explain you at the time of creation of these groups. I will show you that how these placement groups work. Okay, but for as of now, just remember that in all the zones you can create a maximum 7 partitions, and in those partitions you can create any number of instances. Okay, here all partitions are placed on different and separate racks. This will allow you to lower the impact of hardware failure. In this group, suppose you have various applications running across the various instances. So if one instance fails down, then it will help you to lower the impact of your complete hardware failure. Now the third group is a spread partition group. Now in this group, you can see that instances in this group can span across the availability zones with maximum 7 instances per availability zones. See, there is a very less difference between partition and spread, but in spread what you can get, that here you will get 7 instances per availability zones. Like there are suppose 56 zones as of now, then in every zone you can create only 7 instances. Okay, and every instances will be placed on different physical racks. Now see, according to the type, see, if you must be knowing, in my last video I had discussed how to create an Amazon EC2. So at the time of creation you have to select the type of instance. See, here in cluster placement group, this group doesn't support the multiple instance types. Okay, but in partition and in spread, they both support the different types of multiple instances. Okay, so this was the difference between these three groups. Now let us close this presentation. Okay, now let us move here to our dashboard. Now here you can see that we have a basic EC2 dashboard. Here it is an option to launch the instance, and here from here you can see the service health status of your zone. Now so I had explained you the three types of groups. Now just click on launch instance. Okay, and click on free tier, and just move on. Since I am working, I'm showing you for Ubuntu, so you can just click here Ubuntu server 16.04, just select this and then proceed. See, now here you can see that here we are getting one option of placement group. Okay, now you have to just tick this option, add instance to the placement group. Okay, now see, here it is saying that add to existing placement group, or do you want to create a new placement group. For now, let us suppose we are creating a new placement group. Just click here, okay, and name the placement group. Suppose I want to write demo group. Okay, demo group is the name of my new placement group. Now here it is asking that placement group strategy, what type of group you want to create, cluster, spread, or partition. Suppose we want to create a spread. Okay, now in spread it is already mentioned here that you can launch up to 7 more instances into this placement group. Capacity reservation, okay, this we will discuss later. Showdown behavior, okay. Now rest all the options are okay. And suppose if you want to create it as a partition, then here you have to specify, as I told you in the video, that how many partition you want to create. Suppose I want to create a 5 partition, and target partition is like what you want. You want auto distribution. Auto distribution means Amazon will distribute your instances accordingly at his own convenience. Or do you want to define like you want to create 3 instances per partition. Okay, so in overall you can create 15. Okay, so whatever option you want, you can just select it from here. Then you can just next you can go to add storage, then next you can add text, and then further you can move on. Okay, so I'm just right now I'm not proceeding further, and now again I'm going to the EC2 dashboard and clicking on EC2 service, and I want to show you how to create a new placement group. See, on this panel here you can see network and security. Okay, and on this you can find the placement groups. Just click on this, create a placement group. Okay, just write the name. Suppose I want to create a test demo group. Suppose this is my placement group, and what is the definition? You want to create a cluster, spread, or partition. Suppose I want to create a cluster. Click on cluster and just click here create. Okay, see, my group is created. What is the strategy? Strategy is cluster. Okay, and here is the detail. Now suppose I am going to EC2 dashboard and I have one running instance. Okay, so from here you can just see instance settings, and you can see here you have various options, instance state. Okay, so like if you want to assign this into a new placement group, just click create a new instance, and then you can just move forward. Okay, so this was the procedure in which I told you how to create an instance and how to assign them into a new placement group. And in the next video we will again see one of the other latest technologies which AWS is introduced. Okay, for any comment, if for any issues if you have, then just comment down, and further just like and share our videos. Thank you friends, bye bye.